Matt Hoffman is a middle school English teacher teaching 7th graders the intricacies of language and grammar basics. Tyshawn, a 12-year-old black student, is dropped off every morning by his loving mother with a blunt in her mouth, parting ways with one of her 5 children with these warm words.
"Wayne ish just like your damn daddy."
Mr. Hoffman is required to do his duty 2 afternoons a week, Tuesday and Thursday. On Thursday, Tyshawn runs around randomly cursing other students out and roasting them like marshmallows on an open fire.
Man, you's a so that's why your mom be flying with her arm fat, old freaky face girl.
Mr. Hoffman hears a stale, marijuana-reeked odor Tyshawn saying this. He approaches him trying to intervene from Tyshawn doing further verbal harm.
"Excuse me, young man. You cannot continue to say those things, or you will be held accountable."
Man, if you don't get your whole white ass out of my face before I do something to you.
"Are you threatening me?"
Nah, bitch, I make promises.
"That's it, you're coming to the office."
As Mr. Hoffman signals Tyshawn to follow him, Tyshawn slaps his hand right, hooking Mr. Hoffman in the right jaw. Mr. Hoffman falls to the ground with Tyshawn standing over him, kicking him in the ribs. A bone snaps after the 3rd kick. The school's SRO on staff makes his way to pull Tyshawn off Mr. Hoffman, finally escorting Tyshawn to the office. Unfortunately, Tyshawn, in handcuffs, must be released. Because of his Sped paperwork, the most that can happen is a 3-day suspension. Because Mr. Hoffman did not follow the protocol of not engaging with him, it was decided Mr. Hoffman did not follow Tyshawn's documentation. Under Tyshawn's IEP and behavior plan, assigned and unassigned teachers are advised not to engage with Tyshawn regarding his aggressive behavior, but to offer him space and opportunity to vent his aggression to examine if it is targeted or untargeted. But how could Mr. Hoffman have known this? Tyshawn is not Mr. Hoffman's student. He is an unassigned teacher. None of that matters. The principal should have communicated with all the staff about Tyshawn's IEP and behavior plan. An art was held earlier in the week that included all of Tyshawn's teachers, but Mr. Hoffman is not one of them. Because he was not privy to this information, Mr. Hoffman was held liable and not Tyshawn. Previous story is fabricated yet indirectly based on a cumulative experience from my 10 years of teaching. In today's educational reality, there are many Mr. Hoffmans unprotected and many Tyshawn's protected under the Sped umbrella. Now, while Sped may delude outsiders into thinking that these kids are intellectually deficient, these students are quite clever manipulating their protections to behave in a manner that loopholes the legalities. Now, there have been many Sped staff that are elated to provide protections to very violent and hostile kids. Usually, there's an isolated location these students are confined to because they are not ready to participate in the general student population. But then again, there are adults who push for these kids to be included with normal behaving students and not held accountable when they unleash the beast on the innocent that raised the value of the campus. Therefore, the majority suffer for the minority becoming ignored because now all the attention and effort must be directed to a Tyshawn archetype. From my experience, it's only been by the grace of God that these children transfer due to family or lack thereof out of the district or placed in DAEP for unexpected offenses that pale in comparison to teacher attacks. Despite his aggression, this is another the teacher should have known better scenario because they should have been proactive in educating themselves on Sped documentation for the entire campus. Now, of course, I'm being just a big humorist here, but these scenarios make teachers feel this way, which is why schools are experiencing the mass exoduses all across the nation. In my book, Trouble in Paradise, there's a story of a 4th grader who bites her teacher. When the student is held accountable, the parents of that 4th grader exacts revenge on the teacher chasing her down with a brick. For stories like this and more, you can get my version of Trouble in Paradise on Audible, print, or ebook down in the mailing list, the teacher show below, or you should see it, I guess annoyingly, in the bottom corner of this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all in the next one.